Hi all, Christine Byer here, licensed master esthetician for 19-20 years. I'm super excited to introduce my new LED. This thing is super powerful. As you can see, it's red, infrared, and amber. I won't shine it into the light again, or the camera again, because it's killing me. I have used this in my treatment room the past, it's gotta be 5 to 7 years, easy. And I have dropped it, I beat the crap out of it, I've loaned it to clients, you know, it has been through the ringer. And look, not one of these lights are out. It's still going strong. This is a quality LED. And there's a couple things, there's a lot of stuff I like about this LED. For one, it's about 2.5 times as large as the Claire blend. And that means a shorter treatment time. So you're gonna do this, the saturation point with this guy is 3 minutes. So that means 3 minutes per treatment area. And so if you think about it, that is pretty quick because you're looking at 4, maybe 5 or 6 areas that you would do. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if you have thyroid issues, I would avoid the thyroid. So it's about 4 to 6 areas times 3, so that's really a short treatment time for as much juice as this puts out. I love that it's so large, you know, because it's just, you know, it's sitting there forever. But it's also very light, and it's great to travel with. I have taken this on so many trips, you know, like post fibroblast or whatever, and I know I'm going to be needing some before I get home. What else? It is super lightweight, it's durable like I was saying, and it's a good value for, it's gonna be $250, so it's a really good value for as big as it is. This has 96 LEDs, so it's quite a few LEDs. This is just a good thing to have around the house, like if you have kids, or if you cut yourself, or you sprain something, or you got bruising. I have a story back when I first got my very first LED. It was a 19 diode probe. I really, doing treatments with that was like watching paint dry. But that thing was amazing. I mean, it would help people recover from all sorts of stuff. And I remember 2 stories actually. I had a Pilates instructor. He at the time was in his 60s, and down in Miami, he never went to the dermatologist. He didn't believe in doctors, and we started a trade because this was when I was super broke. And I remember I bought my first LED. It was the 19 diode one. It was $3,100. Insane. And that's what's beautiful about LED. It's still so powerful, but the prices come way down for a good unit. And so I'm working on him. I would work on him an hour each week, and then I would do all the Pilates classes I could do, which was great. I was like a size 7 back then. But Arthur, God love him, he had all sorts of barnacles and what looked like precancerous stuff, and he's like, just go ahead and use it, you know. And it was red and infrared, and I just did treatment after treatment. As the months ticked by, his face started looking clearer, and less barnacles, and less precancerous stuff. And I was like, what is going on here? It was crazy. His face looked so good from just an hour of LED each. You know, we did light peels and stuff too, but it was the LED magic. It just increases ATP and helps the skin heal itself. Now, different colors do different things. The red, it's 660, and it's a color that is most recognized, or that wavelength is most recognized by most of the body tissues, and so it's absorbed really well, and the body knows how to use it. I use amber in here. Amber is one of my favorite colors for fine lines and wrinkles, and I also find that it improves pigmentation really well. Now, most people will say to use this on a clean, dry face, and I agree with that, except for when you're working on pigmentation. What I'll do in my pigmentation cases is I'll do some sort of light peel or a deeper peel, and then I will put on a brightening serum, and it's usually a brightening serum that doesn't have any acids in it. And the particular one I like to use has daisy leaf extract and a lot of really good things. So nothing with any acid, because you don't want to force that into the skin. I will put it on the face, and then the LED will drive it into the actives into the skin where those melanocytes are and help calm them down, and you see a really nice difference when you use a brightener and force it in with an LED. Now make sure, like I said, it doesn't have any acids, no retinoids, anything that's going to irritate the skin. So you just want to make sure it's a really gentle, maybe has some licorice, daisy leaf extract, non-acidic vitamin C, that sort of thing. And drive that in with the LED, and it's just a wonderful treatment. The infrared, going back to my friend Arthur, which, he had all sorts of weird things on his face, I really feel like that is like the immune booster of all the colors. Well, it's not really a color. On here you can see it looks like it's out, but it's not. That's just the infrared color. But when this is on, it's an on indicator. So you can see that the infrared is on. Like infrared's on right now, we just can't see it because it's below red on the spectrum. So the human eye can't see it. I really believe it was the infrared portion that helped Arthur's skin repair from all the immune stuff, just all the crazy things he had going on that looked suspicious to me. And I was begging him to go get them checked out, but he never would. So moles and all sorts of strange things that he had popping up, after living in Miami for so many years, what you get. But how all that sort of reversed itself, I was in shock. I was a new esthetician, and I was like, nothing's going to help this. And over the months, his skin just transformed, and I believe that was from the infrared, because it is the deepest penetrating of all the colors, and it does a really good job of refining pores and bolstering the immune system. Now, if you get a sprain or a bruise, it's the infrared that's going to go in there and help clear out the stagnation, increase the circulation, increase oxygenation in the area. I have a story. About the same time I was seeing Arthur, I used to do all these demos at the gym. And it was this gym, it was a really shishi gym on the top floor of what was then the Wachovia building. And every month I would go to their client appreciation party, and I would lug my massage table and my products and retail items and bowls and water and so much crap. And I would load it all onto like the trolleys they have at hotels, like the big clunky things that they take all your bags up to your room with. And I would load it all onto one of those. And I remember it was the end of the night. It was about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I was tired. I'd done 1,000 demos that day at the gym. And I was looking at the shortest route home, and because this was across the street from my office. And the shortest route home was down these very shallow stairs. And I thought, should I do this? And so I took the big clunky trolley down the stairs. Well, the first step, bam! One of those big poles, big metal solid poles, clocks me, just slaps me in the cheek. And I'm like, I see stars and birds flying around. And I was like, what the? And I feel it just starting to grow, and I was like, oh no, I can't have a big bruise on my cheek tomorrow. No. So I lugged the trolley down the rest of the stairs, went up to my treatment room, and used that 19 diode LED for about a half an hour on my cheek. And it was tender the next day, but it did not bruise. I was like, so grateful. So it's really interesting, the power of LED and how it really helps with the healing process. The ones that I'm selling actually come with a cover, so you don't have to worry about keeping these LEDs disinfected. It's a really nice little unit. It's large, it's powerful, it's multifunctional, can be worked on skin, pigmentation, fine lines of wrinkles, and as well as sprains and bruises all over the body. So it's a really good value at $250. and I'm loving it. I've always loved this light, and I'm glad to be able to put my name on it. So thanks for watching.